So guys, the crypto markets are dumping very significantly right now, returning all the gains that we saw at the beginning of the week. Right now, there's a lot of mixed sentiment in terms of where we're going to be going in the next few weeks, pretty much with Trump's tariffs, how the markets are responding, and exactly what's going to be happening moving into April, and especially the price action on Bitcoin and Ethereum, and if we're going to be dumping much more. I talked about it in my last video in terms of we needed to see the week close before anyone made some big decisions, and I'm glad that I waited till the week closed, because at the end of it, we saw the massive dip starting on Friday, which was yesterday. Overall, though, if you're new to my channel, go and check out the rest of my content. I'm an intermediate trader documenting my journey, showing you guys my wins, my losses, keeping you guys updated on the day-to-day events, price action on Bitcoin and altcoins, how liquidity is shifting, and exactly what you need to know to position yourself in this 2025 crypto bull market. Right now, guys, we've been waiting for altcoin season to happen. The crypto markets are dumping very significantly. There's a lot of mixed sentiment. I want to walk you guys through the price action that we're currently seeing, what we are more than likely going to be seeing, and pretty much the returns that we saw, and exactly the sentiment around the markets and how exactly you need to be positioning yourself. Let's go and jump into it. So guys, like how I said, the crypto markets are dumping very significantly right now. Bitcoin's sitting at around 82,000. We're sitting at around 88, guys, at the beginning of the week, which was really crazy. But now everything is starting to crash down very, very hard. Ethereum as well, we had broken around that 2,000 zone, wanting to get to that 2,100, 2,150 zone, which we talked about in the last video. So go watch that video, guys. I talk about exactly the projections, price action, and predictions that we're seeing in the markets, and exactly how you can position yourself around this, and so that you don't make any dumb decisions pretty much based off of impulse. But overall, now we're starting to see everything return very significantly, and I'm glad that I waited, because now I'm going to dollar cost average a little bit more money, and more than likely we could be seeing a little bit more deviations. But Ethereum's currently sitting at 1800, and the total 2 chart has pretty much returned all of the gains that we saw from the beginning of the week, honestly a little bit prior as well. Overall though, one great perspective on the markets right now was Crypto Intelligence X talking about exactly the price action around Bitcoin and the support zones, and exactly the high time frame support, and exactly what you need to be seeing. We talked about this in the previous episode, but the main thing I wanted to go about is pretty much that Bitcoin successfully round tripped all the gains of the week, and it's pretty much due to a lot of the mixed sentiment in the markets, tariffs, how the US S&P is pretty much performing. There's a lot of different things, guys, that are causing a lot of fluctuations in the crypto markets. But as a result, Crypto Intelligence X really believes that we're now in an area of previous trading interest. So he'd like to see, Bitcoin hold at around 84K, but losing this level would signal a strong weakness. And this is where we can, try to jump a little bit more into these specific zones and the support that we're currently seeing, and if we're going to start deviating much lower. This 81,600 zone is kind of on my eye, wondering exactly if we're going to be breaking this or if we're going to be holding this support zone. At the end of the day, guys, we're going to be finding out at the opening of this next week already, tomorrow. So this is going to be not tomorrow's Sunday by the time you're watching this video, but overall on Monday when the markets open up and everything starts responding, this is going to give us a strong pretty much understanding how these assets are going to be continuously affected. Now, there's a lot of crypto influencers, traders talking about exactly what they're doing. A lot of people were longing the markets pretty much after the huge rip up, talking about how they're squeezing out all the shorts. But as a result, now a lot of people are feeling the heat from that, and as a result, they are in a lot of losses. Zach was talking about it. He says, right as we think, hey, maybe we have a chance here to go up and blow out shorts once again, shorts print. There will come a day the bulls rise again, but that is not today, but soon. And this is how most crypto influencers on X are kind of feeling right now, but others are giving their perspective in different ways. Benjamin Cohen is talking about the Trump tariffs, because this is one of the main things that are having an effect on a lot of things that are going on, especially with how consumers are going about goods and all this other different stuff, and also specific zones that we are looking at for Ethereum, as well as for Bitcoin. But overall, guys, I think right now now we're in really a lot of fluctuations because Trump is negotiating these tariffs and trying to figure out all this different stuff. Tax season is already coming to kind of a wrap up, so a lot of people are going to start to get their money in April. There's a lot of different things that are going to be going on, but overall, guys, Benjamin Cohen's keeping more of a sentiment in terms of the news events around the tariffs and how consumer goods and everything else is being affected, because that is having an effect on the markets and our assets as well. Miles Dutcher, another crypto influencer trader, talking about exactly how to navigate the space right now, how to pretty much print money and understand exactly what is going on and how you can manage your risk and make the most gains. So a lot of pretty much crypto traders and influencers are not only giving their perspectives on exactly the price action, but also giving a few strategies in terms of how to potentially make more gains and navigate through all of these crazy times. And just goes to show that we're in a very stale time, guys. Everything is pretty much just trading sideways. But that actually leads me into the next chart with CryptoCon, talking about the sentiment in the markets and overall how we're still on track, which is very bullish in my opinion. But you take this with a grain of salt and let me know what you think. CryptoCon has this great chart from the short-term MVRV support, and I pulled up this great definition just to show you guys exactly what the MVRV support is. I know a lot of these indicators and charts, but I know a lot of individuals on this YouTube channel aren't aware of it. Pretty much the MVRV ratio is a key indicator for gauging the sentiment in the crypto market by comparing a coin's market to its realized value. It helps determine if a token is overbought or oversold. The guide covers MVRV, its variations, how to calculate each, and their practical uses. We're not going to jump into all that though. Overall, guys, you should just understand that this is pretty much a base sentiment of how price action is looking and if we're pretty much in a good zone or a bad zone. And CryptoCon goes more into it. He says, for every cycle beyond what is shown, Bitcoin short-term MVRV has been nailing local bottoms with moves to the good support line. March 2025 is the latest of the list. It's clear that this cycle is more like 2015 to 2017 with plenty of healthy retests. And I think the reason for that, guys, is because we have a longer consolidation period. As you can see in 2017, we also had that longer consolidation period gradually increasing up. And we're seeing that in 2025 more of a sideways price action. A lot of people would disagree with me, but I think it's almost the same thing, just stretched out because it's longer consolidation, as I said, longer trading sideways. But overall, it goes on to say it's also clear that this is not a bearish retest, which comes at a much lower level and typically precedes a first cycle top or bear market. So in terms, everything is looking good. And he's basing it, guys, off of these lower zones. Whenever we start to base up a back above, this specific good retest and then the bearish retest zones. And basically where we're at, everything is still looking on track. Now, deviations can still happen, but giving you guys long-term perspectives like this gives you an understanding as to what we've seen in previous cycles and how it correlates to the 2025 crypto bull cycle. And then the last post I want to show you guys is a post from ILO. It's a great, simple post. He says, new week, it's not, we're going to start a new week soon, but he goes on to say, keep trying to get better at whatever you want to do. Ignore the haters. And it's a great post. Stop, you're not good at it. And it says, but if I stop, I'll never be good at it. And this is where, guys, we swipe everything to the side. You need to be really keeping up with the price action around Bitcoin and Ethereum, keeping up with those support zones and exactly where we're going to be headed based off of the sentiment in the markets. Right now, a lot of people have a lot of mixed sentiment based off of how altcoins are going to be affected. We practically returned all of the gains that we saw at the beginning of the week, which is why a lot of people are feeling shaky and, calling for more of a drawdown before we start to see a rip up. We keep up with a lot of indicators and charts on this YouTube channel, like the Ethereum and Bitcoin chart, the total 2 chart, indicators like Bitcoin dominance and USDT to let us know exactly where liquidity is shifting. And right now, guys, everything is pretty much in a stalemate, wondering exactly where we're going to be going based off of more information that's coming out. This is why I tell you guys, watch how the week opens up on Monday and Tuesday. Then from there, how the sentiment looks, see how that carries out, closing out the week and then moving into the weekend. From there, you can kind of have an understanding of how to navigate the weekly events that are taking place and how you might want to position position yourself. I know a lot of people might be day trading. A lot of people are pretty much looking for new assets to jump into. And this is why it's really key to keep up with these, news events as well as price action to really understand exactly what's going to be happening. But this is why you need to stay tuned with my YouTube channel. I'm a crypto YouTuber. I keep you guys updated with the day-to-day events, price action on Bitcoin, altcoins, overall exactly where liquidity is shifting, the news events, and cutting through the fluff and telling you guys exactly what you need. Right now, guys, I've been dollar cost averaging, pretty much navigating the space week to week based off of exactly all the ups and downs that we're seeing, because everything is super bipolar right now. But that's why I plan to keep you guys updated with everything you need to know. I'm still day trading, learning all the ins and outs. I'm actually perfecting my pretty much day trading strategy so that I can share it on this YouTube channel so that you guys can also start printing money. But I do not want to automatically share my trading strategy as a intermediate trader. I want to be able to offer a little bit more value than to just throw something out on a video. I want to be able to give you guys real information that matters in key time. But overall though, new to the channel, draw me a comment, like, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think of the content. Let me know what you guys think of the state of the markets. Let me know what you guys think is going to be happening in altcoins that you're investing in, and exactly what more than likely is going to be happening in the month of April. I'm going to keep you guys updated on everything you need to do. I drop daily content every day, so stay tuned, and hopefully I catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.